the update from the Supreme Court. My colleague Sukirti is reporting that the judgment in this is currently being read out, and what the Supreme Court so far has said is that privacy is not just for journalists and politicians, but it's also about the rights of individuals. The court goes on to say that there are certain limitations on right to privacy, but all decisions should be under constitutional process. Agencies use surveillance to fight terror. A need may arise to intrude privacy, but consideration for use of technology must follow constitutional process. The court maintains that important concerns of freedom of press, which is the pillar of democracy, have been raised, and protection of sources of journalists is another question that has been raised. The Supreme Court further maintains that petitions were based only on news reports, and we usually dismiss such petitions, but more arguments were brought forward from the petitioners. We've issued a notice to the government and given ample opportunity to the government to give details of all action that has been taken by it, but so far there has been no response on that front. So we will of course continue to keep updating you on what's happening in the Supreme Court. Remember, the court is essentially going to decide whether or not there's going to be a court-monitored probe into the Pegasus row. The centre, remember, on its part maintains that this is an issue of national security. That hearing continues to be underway, and we will of course continue to get you the very latest. In fact, we do have more updates from the Supreme Court, and this is important because Sukirti is reporting that the court has essentially said the court will not encroach upon national security, but that doesn't make the court a mute spectator. This is crucial. The court has also gone on to say that there's been a vague denial that's been issued from the government, and that needs to be probed. Therefore, appointing an expert committee to be supervised by a retired judge of the Supreme Court. So that is the big breaking story that's coming in. The Supreme Court there has appointed an expert committee to be supervised by a retired judge that will look into the serious allegations that have been made in the Pegasus snooping row. The court maintains that this could have a chilling effect. The nature of allegations is about the violation of fundamental rights, allegations of foreign agencies being involved in the violation of fundamental rights. The court has maintained that despite repeated chances, the government hasn't given the Supreme Court any clarity. If they had clarified, it would have reduced the burden on us. But that doesn't mean that the state gets a free pass every time national security is raised. The court will not encroach upon national security, but that doesn't make the Supreme Court a mute spectator. The court has gone on to say that there's been a vague denial from the government, which is insufficient. Hence, the allegations that have been made by a batch of petitions in the Supreme Court demanding a court-monitored investigation into the Pegasus snooping row is something that the court has agreed to. So this is a big breaking story that's coming in from the Supreme Court. The court essentially has given its nod in this latest verdict into the Pegasus probe that there will be a court-monitored probe to look into the allegations in the Pegasus snooping row.